Hela, Princess of Asgard, Goddess of Death, and the first heir to the throne, is one of the strongest characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not even the combined strength of Valkyrie, Thor, Hulk, Heimdall, and Loki could hope to stand against her, but just how powerful is she? As we always do, we will be breaking down her strength, durability, speed, and all of her other neat abilities to determine just how powerful Hela really is.
It's not possible.
Darling, you have no idea what's possible.
Hela Odinsdottir was the Asgardian Goddess of Death and former Executioner of Asgard. Imprisoned in Hell for a millennia by her father Odin, Hela was released from her prison in the wake of the All-Father's death, and went on to rule Asgard and continue her quest to conquer the Nine Realms. Upon her release, she met with her younger brothers, Thor and Loki, and during their first meeting, she catches Mjolnir and shatters it, which obviously is pretty damn impressive, even if the Thor who threw it was not yet awakened. While wielding Mjolnir, Thor was able to obliterate frost giants, knock around Malekith and his Dark Elves, send Hulk flying through the Helicarrier, and even destroy the Rainbow Bridge. But his most impressive feat was shattering Sokovia with the help of Iron Man. When calculated, this feat comes out to just over a gigaton of force, and applying Newton's third law to the hammer itself, we know that the hammer needs to be able to endure the amount of energy that Thor is swinging it with, so Hela would have to output well over a gigaton of energy to shatter Mjolnir. That's over 20 times more powerful than the world's most potent nuclear bomb, and she did this quite casually and while she wasn't even on Asgard. That's important to note because Hela's power derives directly from Asgard. Hela has a magical connection to her homeland, and as long as it exists, she is very powerful. And the longer she spends on Asgard, her power grows stronger and stronger. This power can grow so immense that Heimdall claims that she could take over the entire cosmos. Even after Thor awakens his full power, he still cannot match Hela in strength. She's easily able to pierce his skin with her weapons and casually defeats both Thor and Valkyrie at the same time. Additionally, Thor does acknowledge that even after being amped to his awakened state, he, Hulk, Loki, Valkyrie, and Heimdall still could not defeat her. So he uses Surtur to cause Ragnarök and destroy Hela's source of power, thus killing Hela. And in case you forgot, just a day after this event, Thor was able to tank the continuous energy output of a neutron star, which means Hela's attack potency easily scales above this feat, which we detail further in our How Powerful is Thanos video. So with that in mind, Hela could possibly even scale above the Mad Titan himself, and there is an additional statement that supports Hela being far above the likes of Thanos. When first arriving in Odin's vault, Hela takes a look at the Casket of Ancient Winners and proclaims that it is weak. This powerful weapon created by the Frost Giants was able to cover entire planets and realms in ice, causing never-ending ice ages, and this is a feat with multi-continental implications, and Hela considers it to be garbage. As for durability, she shrugs off Asgardian warship fire and, without a second thought, destroys these same warships. She is stabbed through the chest, but this is seen as a minor inconvenience. After killing the soldier who stabbed her, she pulls the blade from her chest and kills another would-be hero. This wound is never mentioned again, and it's implied that she fully regenerated from this attack instantly. But to provide further evidence of her instant regeneration, Thor is able to pierce her in the chest with the legendary Gungnir, but as he pulls the weapon out to go in for another attack, her wound seals itself and Hela is perfectly fine, able to continue battling with her brother. And after Thor awakens his full might as the god of thunder, he hits Hela with what he calls the most powerful lightning blast in the history of lightning, but she emerges unscathed. While her durability is definitely respectable, her insane regeneration makes her essentially unkillable. Keep in mind that she was only ever defeated by Odin's dark magic, which sealed her in hell, and Surtur, who pretty much ignored her and then just destroyed Asgard, cutting off her power source. So, while Asgard stood, she was never actually cut down in battle. In terms of speed, she really doesn't have any super impressive speed feats. A lot of people like to give her massively faster than light speed based on her fight with Loki and Thor in the Bifrost, but just because you're fighting in something moving faster than you are, that doesn't mean that your speed scales to whatever you're traveling in. For instance, if I was fighting a guy in a jet, does that mean that my attack speed is faster than a jet can move? No. So we're just going to ignore that. She simply scales roughly to Thanos, who, like Hela, is slightly faster than Thor in combat and can even keep up with Captain Marvel during Endgame. Hela consistently dodges all of Thor's, Loki's, and Valkyrie's attacks, but she's unable to avoid Thor's lightning, which is slightly faster than she is. In our How Powerful is Thanos video, we do an entire breakdown of the speed of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so for a more in-depth look at the speed of the MCU, be sure to check that out. Now, for Hela's other skills and abilities. Of course, her signature ability is her weapon manifestation. Hela can manifest various weapons, and while she typically generates necroswords, she can also generate hammers, axes, daggers, and spears. Her manifested equipment is very sharp and very durable. With her blades, she's able to instantly kill the likes of the Warriors 3, Skurge, and she can also pierce right through Thor's body. When Odin sent his most powerful warriors, the Valkyries, to subdue Hela after she attempted to escape Hell, she used her necroswords to kill almost every single one of them without moving from her place she was standing. Odin was then forced to make his way to Hell and put a stop to Hela's rampage himself. Hela can not only just create weapons, she can also conjure shields, and later manifested massive spikes to try to prevent Surtur from destroying Asgard. Additionally, Hela can conjure and repair her armor should the need arise. It's unknown if her weapon and armor manifestation has any correlation with her regenerative abilities, but they are likely very similar versions of matter manipulation through magic, as Odin was able to manipulate matter as well. Of course, being the goddess of death, Hela practices necromancy. She was able to resurrect her allies and her faithful wolf Fenris by using a handful of fire from Surtur's eternal flame. Not sure if she had this ability before being banished to Hell, or if she learned it there, as Hell is where the souls of those who died without being honored are driven to, so it's definitely something she could have learned while imprisoned there. Finally, Hela is a very skilled fighter. Having waged war for thousands of years alongside her father Odin, she is trained to be the deadliest Asgardian to ever exist, and this is shown multiple times throughout the film. She solos almost every soldier on Asgard simultaneously, including the legendary Warriors 3, and not even their leader, Thor, or the last remaining Valkyrie, could match her in skill in hand-to-hand combat. So as you can see, Hela is incredibly powerful, and she's one of the strongest characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I would easily scale her above the likes of base Thanos that we saw in Endgame, and possibly even a Thanos with a couple of stones. She's just that crazy. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Also be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, that's going to be the pinned comment down below, and if you'd like to support the channel directly, you can do so by becoming a member. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Remember the motto, it's Hela over everything, and I'll see you guys next time.